You know, a lot of people think that you need big, fancy, expensive equipment to do the jobs that the big companies and the pros do. And I'm just here to tell you that that's nothing could be farther from the truth. You do not need that high end, expensive stuff. Certain people do, most people don't. So in this video, I'm going to show you very affordable mini PCs that you can put virtual environments on and do almost about 90 to 95% of the same thing that the pros do, that the big companies do. You can learn about 90 to 95% of what they do with these little affordable PCs. So let's go over to the work desk and take a look at these little guys. Alrighty, ladies and gents, Architect here. And today we're going to be talking about this little fella. Let me get my handy dandy Professor Juan Apple Pencil. We're going to be talking about this little fella right here. Okay. Now, what is the reason for this video? To show you guys how amazing repurposing certain machines and nodes can just really benefit you. Please, you do not have to go out and buy a $5,000 rack and a $10,000 server on the rack and all that crap. Stay away from that. You don't need that. Employers do not care. They do not care about how expensive your rack is. They do not care about, all this status quo of having, the best of the best. They care about, are you competent? Are you capable? Do you have the aptitude? Do you know what you're doing? So this little guy right here, let's flip it around. There we go. I'm trying to make it where you can see it right there. HP Desk 805, well, Elite Desk 805 G6 Mini PC. CompTIA. I know my nails are a little dirty. I was painting something the other day. It's kind of still on there. But 16 gig, 256 on the SSD, and the CPU is a 4650G. Okay? So we're going to bust this boy open. It's really simple to open. Bust this bad boy open. Alrighty. So I will be explaining things as if the viewers don't know. To those that already know, just bear with me. So this is the SSD tray. I currently don't have one in there, of course. I got two screws that go here. I could easily pop those two screws out that go here and here. Alrighty. And when you open it up, you move that to the side. Don't want to treat it too rough. This reveals where your NVMEs go right there. Okay. Also, when you lift this up and move this to the side, and you lift this little gray piece up right here, this right here is where your RAM goes. Now, hidden behind there is another RAM slot with an actual another RAM in there right here. See, that's the tip of the label, just like this is the tip of the label. So it's two, one's just overlaying the other. All right. And you got to put that actually back into the slot like so. Hold on, can't get that thing in there. And that's why the cord's in the way. There we go. Okay. Up under here, if you pop these screws loose, up under there is the CPU. And this is the fan that sucks the air in and passes it through. You can see right here the little radiator right there. Hopefully this thing don't give me more trouble. So let's talk about it. You also have I forgot what this is called. It's like a version 2 card slot where you can actually change this out. You can unscrew this and you can change that into like a 2.5 Ethernet port, or you can make it into like a fast USB-C, but those are modular. So you can change those, okay? This is an amazing machine to put on your network, to add to your network at home. And what I originally had on this machine was I had Kali Linux. I had Kali Linux on this machine, and I had it on the bare metal. So I just downloaded Linux to it and had bare metal Kali Linux on the actual machine. What I'm going to do is eventually I'm probably going to up the RAM from 16 to 32. And even if I don't do that now, what I will be doing now is I will be changing the OS to Proxmox, and I will be spinning up Kali Linux through via Terraform. And the reason for that is because it's just more flexible for you to take a machine like this, repurpose it, put Proxmox on it, and spin up Kali Linux via Terraform, because it's so easy for you to spin up another VM. It's so easy for you to, take down the VM in an instance, what some people call it. It's so easy for you to spin up the instance or take down the instance or add an instance. And you're doing it at basically a few clicks versus going in, switching an operating system, flashing a boot drive, and all that good jazz. So that's why this machine, and check this out, guys. This thing, I believe I bought this for about 250. So about 250, and you up in the memory, you have a very, very flexible machine. It's got a small fingerprint, not a lot of heat. It is built to run all the time. So it's built like a tank, and you can just do so much more with it. And that's why these are absolutely worth it. They are hidden gems for you to do a very manageable, non-expensive, custom um, enterprise at your house for your network to be flexible. Got USB-C on the front. Got a couple of USB ports on the back. I hate this part. This part always gives me hell. Oh wow. Wow. Didn't give me no trouble. Oh, beautiful. I'm definitely posting this on YouTube. Didn't give me no trouble. But yeah, this part is modular. And here go your display port, your HDMI, and a couple of USBs. I believe the USBs, these two right here that are beside the modular port, I believe I read somewhere technically these are faster. This one and this one is faster than the two outer ones. So somebody could look that up and probably let me know. Um, I think the only upgrade that I can do to this for our CPU is go from the 4650 to the 4750. So I might do that if I find that CPU on a deal. If I find that CPU on a deal, I would do it. But ladies and gentlemen, this PC right here, 200 bucks, 250 bucks, might see it on eBay for 180, 225. This is one of the most flexible, nicely built, tough mini PCs that you can take and you can put Proxmox on it. Proxmox is basically an operating system that is made for virtualization. It's made to sit on the hypervisor and you know, and be able to spin up other different systems. And I don't have a whole video on that. You guys are going to have to research that just a tad bit. It's not going to take much, but putting Proxmox on this and spinning up other instances through Terraform is the way to build a network. It is the way to go. It is what I'm forcing myself to do, and it's what you guys should be doing. Do not waste your money on expensive racks unless you are specifically trying to get into like being the network guy that's physically, troubleshooting racks and servers and cabling. If that's what you're trying to do for your career, we all understand. But if you're trying to get into cybersecurity, if you're trying to get into, cloud engineering, if you're trying to get into like AI engineering, you do not need those expensive pieces, those expensive machines and nodes. Get you something like this. This right here is what you need. This is, once again, the Elite Desk Mini. Has a nice little fast uh, USB up here. I'll show you this one more time for anybody who wants to look at this particular model. There we go, right there. There we go. So if you want to look at that, you can screenshot that right there. I'm planning on buying another one of these. I might buy 2 or 3 more of these just to add to my network and to play around with. This is all you need. You need a couple of these. That's it. You can build a really cool network at your house with just a couple of these. So once again, Architect Delane, man, I just wanted to do a little breakdown video. I hope this helps. I want to save you guys some money and some time. This is all you need. You don't need all that high-end expensive stuff. Yeah, people will say that, oh, this is better and that is better than this. It's the law of diminishing returns. It might be 10 to 15% better for 60% price increase. To me, that's just a bad deal, especially when the goal is to play with these machines, understand these machines, configure these machines, troubleshoot these machines, learn these machines, and then start going inside and building networks on the machine, because that's the real goal, is to get the network up running right, so you can practice in a cybersecurity environment at your house, practice in a cloud security, a cloud environment, from the house. Guys, this is all you need right here. Get you a couple of these. That's all you need. So I hope that helps.